guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be my honest opinion, or not my honest, I guess my opinion, feelings or whatever about my second kid, my second child, and kind of what I went through while I was pregnant with her, like emotionally wise, as it pertains to J. Marie and stuff like that. So let me see, where do I start? Both of my kids were unexpected. They weren't something that I planned. I think J. Marie, my pregnancy with J. Marie, or getting pregnant with J. Marie, was a little bit more reckless, I guess I would say, than Italy's was. With J. Marie's, I was not on any type of birth control. I wasn't using condoms, and you know, me and her dad both knew basically that if we kept doing what we were going to do, what we were doing, that there was a chance that I would get pregnant, and we didn't change anything. And I was 19 and didn't, you know, I was just dumb, and I was the first time living on my own, and I didn't protect myself like I should have, and she came about. So that's what happened with her. With Italy, it was a little bit different. I was on and off with my birth control. I wasn't paying attention to it like I should, and I would take it and then miss like a day, and then I would double up, but then I would miss again, so then I would try and double up again, and it was just like a whole entire mess. Not to mention, I was moving from North Carolina to here, so once I moved here, back to Kentucky, I had to get reestablished at my doctor's office, get a new prescription for birth control, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, I already had a kid, and I already knew how you get pregnant with a kid, and with the situation with Italy, I could have protected myself better, and I could have been smarter about the whole entire situation, and I got pregnant with her, and that's kind of how that came about. So yeah, both of my pregnancies were not planned. After having J. Marie or whatever, when I first found out that I was pregnant with Italy, and this is just being completely honest with you guys, I've gotten a lot of questions about this, and some of this stuff may seem kind of bad. It's changed now or whatever, but this is just honestly how I first felt about it. When I first found out that I was pregnant with Italy, I was so upset. And I think maybe for 2 days, I really honestly was going to get an abortion with her. I had called the place. I had seen, you know, how much it would cost. I had found out, you know, how long it would take, the procedure, blah, 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 blah. So I found out all that stuff, and then I went to a clinic here in the city that I live in, and this clinic, they offer you an ultrasound to find out like exactly how far along you are. And I got the ultrasound, and it was over from there. I knew that that there was no way that, you know, I could get rid of the baby once, you know, I saw the heartbeat, and it just made it all so real. And I know, you know, with J. Marie, how it is at the end of everything, how it is that you feel about your kids, and how much they mean to you, and the love that you feel for them. And I looked at the situation like I put Patrick outside of the decision. I put my family outside of the decision. The only thing that I considered in my decision was myself and J. Marie. And I thought to myself, can I do this? And that's the question that I asked myself. Can I do this? If I can't, I shouldn't keep her. Can I do this? And yes, I can. I can do 2 kids. I can take care of them. I can continue going to school. I can improve my life. And I did not see it impossible for me to have another kid. So then when it came to J. Marie, I thought about how will this affect her, and I thought about her missing out on time with me. I thought about us financially, and I put in all those into my decision as well, and I decided that I wouldn't have been able to live with myself on down the road, and I would have kept questioning it over and over and over again if I would have gotten rid of her, and I just or if I would have terminated the pregnancy or whatever. So I decided to keep her, or keep the baby or whatever, because at this point I didn't know it was her. So throughout my pregnancy, if you guys watch my videos or whatever, you know that me and Patrick were not together for part of my pregnancy. So that was hard in its own right or whatever. But mostly what my main struggle was, besides that, was that I just felt so incredibly sad and bad that, J. Marie was so young, and that I knew that our relationship would never be the same. J. Marie is my little sidekick. Like, I love that little girl to death. And, I just thought about all the things that come with, a baby, and how much time and, how much time and love and attention that they need, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to just drop everything and take J. Marie to get a new present, or do stuff like that I just love doing with J. Marie. And I knew that she would have to sometimes come second to somebody else, and I struggled with that really, really bad during my pregnancy. Sometimes I would cry about it. Sometimes I would put her to bed at night and I would just cry, just because I knew that, things were going to change. And it took a while for me to really get into, like, I'm excited mode, you know what I mean? So, and that's just being honest. It took a while for me to get into excited mode, and that's the reason why, just because I was not excited about the things when it came to J. Marie. So it took a while for me to get excited about it. That might not have come across to you guys in my videos or whatever, and I didn't want it to, but fact of the matter is that it was just really hard for me to really grasp the fact too that I was really about to have another baby, and I did not grasp that fact until I saw her. I don't know if this is the same with a lot of people that I've had 2 pregnancies, I don't know, but this pregnancy, or the pregnancy with Italy, it was a little bit harder for me to connect with the pregnancy, and I think also I just had a lot going on. I had school going on, I was working, I was pregnant, I had J. Marie, so I mean, sometimes she would be kicking and I probably I didn't even notice, but with J. Marie, I remember every single time that she kicked, I was like, oh my god, the baby's kicking, so excited, blah blah blah. But I just had so much going on with Italy. The times that I would really soak up the pregnancy is when I was laying in bed at night and she would be kicking or whatever, and I would talk to her a little bit and stuff like that, or times in the shower. Oh my god, I remember in the shower with her, that girl, every time I was in the shower with her, she would shift and move and like try and push out further to get closer to like the water hitting my stomach and stuff. So those are the times that I really connected with this pregnancy. So it was difficult. It was a hard one. So that honestly is what I went through. Before I had her, I just was not thrilled, and it was hard to get connected and excited about the situation. There was people around me that were excited about the, everything that was going on and stuff, Patrick's family especially, but I think that just my stuff with J. Marie and everything, I think that just kind of weighed down on it for me, because it just was not what I expected, and it wasn't what I had been planning or wanted at that time, do you know what I mean, to, have another kid. So that's kind of how it was with my pregnancy and whatever before I had her. And also I was terrified that J. Marie would be like super jealous now that once Italy got here or whatever, and not want me to pick her up, that we were gonna have to deal with all of that. So once Italy got here, it is the craziest, most beautiful moment when you first connect with your new baby and you realize that they're yours and that they're a part of you, and you know that you're gonna have them forever and that they love you no matter what it is that you do. There is nothing, there is no kind of love in this whole entire world that compares to it. And it's just crazy how much I just didn't realize that I could love, you know, this much, that I could love Jamerie as much as I love her, that I could love Italy as much as I love her. I just didn't realize that as a person I could be filled with so much love for two little people. So obviously now that she's here, I love her more than anything in the whole entire world. I cannot imagine what my life would have been like, you know, if I wouldn't have had her, or, you know, I just feel like this is the way that it was supposed to be. I do have to share, you know, time with Jamerie. There's been times where Jamerie's been sick and I haven't been able to, you know, hold her like I want to, and, you know, stuff like that, and I've had to like tell her, hold on, wait a minute, I'll get you in a second or whatever because I'm feeding Italy or whatever. And there's been times like that, but I thank God so much that I have a little girl that I do in Jamerie, and that she is just so smart, and she is so loving and caring like I am, that I have not had to deal with any jealousy from her, not one single time, which is just crazy to me. She has not once told me, hold me instead. She has not once been mad or cried because I was taking care of her sister and I couldn't get to her. If I don't get Italy when she's crying, then Jamerie is like, Mommy, the baby's crying. Mommy, baby Italy's crying. Get baby Italy. And she goes over there to like Italy's swing, and she literally stands over top of her and she's like, it's okay, baby Italy. It's okay, sister. Mommy's coming. JJ's right here. JJ's right here. And it is the sweetest thing in the whole entire world. So luckily for me, I have not had to deal with any of the jealousy stuff when it comes to Jamerie, and I'm so blessed for that, and I'm so thankful. Jamerie loves Italy. I just FaceTimed her like an hour ago, and she was like, hi Mommy, where's my baby Italy at? And Italy's with her dad right now. And then she started crying because I couldn't show her Italy. So the complete opposite than what I had expected and what I had been planning and preparing her and myself for. But I thank God for it, and it's the perfect situation. And they love each other. Italy, Jamerie will start talking to Italy, and Italy will look for her and find her and start smiling. So it's really, really sweet. And obviously now that I have both of them, I have a lot more overwhelming moments during the, I mean, there's probably an overwhelming moment at least once a day, but I mean, if you think about the overwhelming moments where they're both crying or both of them need something and I have to pick, you know, who needs me first or whatever, once a day maybe lasts like, you know, 6 minutes a day. But if you dwell on that 6 minutes a day that was so overwhelming, then you lose sight of the other, you know, minutes of the day that were beautiful with both of them, that were fine and happy and whatever. So it's not easy having both of them. I've had plenty of overwhelming moments, like I said, where I literally just have to just cry sometimes. Yeah, but I mean, we're getting through it. I keep telling myself, I'll be like, I've told like some of my family members, oh, we'll come visit you or whatever once things calm down. But I'm realizing now that she's almost 2 months old, that things are not going to calm down, that this is just my new normal, and I'm okay with that. There's just always something going on. I'm always having to do something. But I mean, I'm totally okay with that, and it's been a blast. It's been great so far. So yeah, I think that this is the way that it was supposed to be. Both of them improve my life. They improve me as a person. And I want to be more because of both of them. And I realize that my situation is not socially ideal or socially or whatever the way that it's supposed to go, but I wouldn't take any of my situation back for, you know, anything. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what else to say about it, but I mean, obviously I don't have that much to say. It's only been 2 months that I've had both of them, but if you just have that mindset, if you are about to have a second kid or whatever, if you just have that mindset that it's not going to be perfect, you're going to mess up your routine or whatever it is that you have with your kids, you're not going to be able to do it perfect every day. Not everything in your house is going to be clean. Not both of your kids are going to always be, you know, behaving or whatever, do you know what I mean? And if you just take it a day at a time and you soak up the amount of good time and you don't dwell on the overwhelming moments and stuff where, you know, things aren't going the way that you would want them to go, or, you know, J. Marie's crying, Italy is crying, or whatever during the day, or they both just pooped, but you know what I mean? If you don't dwell on those moments and you keep in your mind all the good moments during the day, you know, it's easier to get through, and it's, yeah, so it's easier to get through. I guess that's the biggest advice that I would give somebody or whatever if you're about to have your second kid, as well as making sure that you have time for yourself. If you don't keep in mind having time for yourself, you will literally lose your whole entire mind. Right now is the first time that I've had, and the longest time that I have had time completely to myself with no kids, since I have had Italy, and this is the most therapeutic thing for me, is talking to you guys. So make sure that you have something that you do for yourself, something that you enjoy, and that you hold on to that, and that you keep that as a priority, and that, you know, I know that having a new baby or whatever, you don't want, you know, mothers, we just feel like we do everything the way that they need it done, and you may not want, you know, to just send your baby off or whatever so that you can have some alone time for you, but you have to make time for yourself, and that in turn is going to make you a better mother. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have any questions or anything, leave them down below about what it's been like having 2 kids or whatever so far. I'm sure I'll have some more like experience or tips or whatever for you guys, you know, once I've had both of them for a little while longer. So yeah, I don't know, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. I love you guys. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you go subscribe. I love my subscribers to death. You guys are the best, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!